Joining us now is former Romanian Prime Minister Viktor Ponta, is joining us from Bucharest. It's very good to have you with us. I'd like to ask you what the Prime Minister was saying, that the EU should not be interfering. Do you think she has a point?
No, she has not. Good evening. I'm glad to be with you. I mean, Romania, since we joined the European Union, we have a sort of habit to export our internal fights on the European level. But now we are in a very new situation. It's first time when Romanian leaders like Mr. Dragnea and the Prime Minister Dăncilă, they do not accept the judgment, the recommendation of the European Commission and the Parliament. The second new thing is that this time is not anymore just a fight between different political groups. I followed the discussion today, and starting with the Socialist group and Mr. Timmermans, he's belonging to the Socialist family, all the political groups, they have accused the government and in fact the real leadership of the country, Mr. Dragnea, of breaching the rules. And the third new thing, and I'll conclude with this and I'll answer to your question, is that this time we have a political leader in Romania not fighting for his political career like it happened before with previous presidents and prime minister. Mr. Dragnea back in Bucharest is fighting for his freedom. He has been already convicted twice by the Supreme Court. And he's using the government, the Social Democratic Party, the parliament, just to solve his juridical problem. And of course, for this, he needs enemies. European Union, it's the last enemy that Mr. Dragnea found.
Yeah, Mr. Ponta, I mean, the rhetoric that the Prime Minister Dăncilă was using here, it's similar to what Viktor Orban was using last time in Strasbourg. Is there a fundamental difference, do you think, with countries in the eastern part of the EU and maybe here, Brussels, here in the western part, sorry?
There is a fundamental different reason, but the reaction is the same. I mean, it's not an ideological issue like the one in Poland. It's not just an authoritarian leader like Mr. Orban who just wants to rule his country without any European interference. In Romania, there is an authoritarian leader who is facing two verdicts of conviction from justice. So he needs to change the judges, he needs to change the laws. He doesn't have time to wait for the Venice Commission, for the European Commission verdict. And for this, he changed three governments. Mrs. Dăncilă, she's just a puppet prime minister. She's not a real prime minister. She's the third one in 1 year. And this political leader in Romania, it's first time in our history of membership, 11 years of membership, when he not only acted and expressed himself, but also it's trying to put Romania out of the European Union and out of the Romanian European values. This is the real change and the real values, because otherwise internal fights exported on the European stages, we have had a lot.
All right, thank you very much for that, for joining us tonight, former Romanian Prime Minister Viktor Ponta. They're talking to us from